So, hey, this is for my vlog, and I'm here in the morning. I'm usually sleeping, but my schedule changed, and so I'm up. Life is bizarre right now. In that, I got something heavy on my mind, and I can't do heavy anymore. Like, I can't do heavy. I have to release it. So I've been trying to let go of it, and I think I need to talk about it. And I've talked about it on my TikTok live, and it didn't get resolved. And I don't want to go on my Facebook live because the person's on my Facebook. And normally I just have to let go and release and not hold back and keep it moving. I can't let other people's energy wrap around me and drag me down and be heavy. So this is the situation. I'm not sure what to do about it. And so I like certainty. Like, I need a fuck yes. So I have this friend. It's a guy from high school. He was like my best guy friend. And that was really important to me because I was sexually abused as a kid, and sex was my identity. And every guy treated me like I was a sex object. Every man, every guy except him. He never came on to me. He never hit on me. That I felt safe with him, like brother. So that was a big deal for me. All these years, he's never hit on me. So we lost touch for years, and then on and off we've talked throughout the years in the past 10 years. So recently we got close, I'm gonna say a year ago, maybe something like that. Where we would talk on the phone, and he would have me over. Now I used to drink alcohol. I stopped for 10 years in AA, and then I kind of go back and forth. It's not that big of a deal for me to drink or to not to drink, but I basically don't drink. It just doesn't do any benefits to me. It's usually just a brings me down type of a thing. So, but a year ago, I drank, and he used to have me come over. He's got a really nice house, and that used to impress me. Of course I like nice things, and of course I like nice houses, but that used to really impress me. I used to think, if you had that nice house, then you must be doing well, or you must be, you know what I mean? I used to admire that, look up to that, because I've lived in a townhouse with Kevin, not really had my own place. My daughter slept on the couch. I've slept, in a little tiny closet of a room. You know what I mean? So somebody that has their own house, and it's really big, and it's in a nice neighborhood, they've succeeded. You know what I mean? And so that was an added thing that kind of drew me to him. I felt better about myself, it being around him and his nice house. You know what I mean? Excuse me, sir. Jesus. Pulls in the road. You know what I mean? So I still loved my friend, though. I did. And, I loved my friend from high school. He was my bud. I noticed that he had changed, but a lot of people, from the time they were in high school to the time they're 50, they change. And what I mean by change is they lose themselves. They lose who they used to be. And became this adult. I don't want to do that. I want to still be the same me. And I've had dreams recently, people from my youth coming to me in my dreams telling me, we need that girl back. So basically, don't lose who you are. Keep that energy about you of when I was a teenager. That crazy, no rules, but not alcohol, and not undignified as a dignified woman. You know what I mean? Not promiscuous or whatever. So I know what it meant. I've been working through what those dreams have meant for me to bring her back. But so not to lose her, not to lose like the core of me, the inner child of me. So anyway, I'm glad I'm doing this video because now it's getting clear to me that I don't need to give a fuck about him. Like, I don't know what the fuck, but he's not that old person again. He's like, he lost that person he was, and he seems to be losing it more and more. So he is a pretty heavy drinker, I would say, but a lot of people that I went to school with are heavy drinkers. Like, I'm not even a drinker compared to them. I used to be a heavy drinker. I'm not an advocate of alcohol at all. It will destroy you and your life, and it'll change your life in a bad way. So I'm not for that business anymore, that lifestyle. So, but he kind of is, but that doesn't mean he goes around partying, but he does drink a lot of big glasses of wine at night, not just a small thing of wine, 1 or 2 a night, but he's a heavy, but he's not vodka. At least I didn't see that. You know what I mean? Some people are heavy drinkers where they're like alcoholic type, drinking heavy vodka. So anyway, and then, so we used to hang out and talk, right? And there were some things that bothered me in the way that he talked about me, but it was never like sexual. It was never like making advances towards me, right? But it would be like kind of talking down to me as a woman because he's a man, and like he's so smart, and kind of bragging about his IQ and his smartness and his job, and you know, and so I didn't like that, but I dealt with it because it's my friend, and what am I supposed to do? I don't know. So, okay, well then he did something that really bothered me. It hurt me, and this was about a year ago. He got a girlfriend all of a sudden. Like, he didn't tell me as a friend, hey, I like this girl. Hey, I'm starting to see this girl. You know what I mean? Like, it was bizarre. He kind of said, I want to have a friend of mine over when you come, if that's okay. I want her to hear your story if she can help you. I think she can help you. Because I was all stressed over housing back when Kevin first died. So I was like, okay. I mean, again, I wasn't really cool with that because I was sharing personal stuff with him that was like not sexual, but in my life. And then he's throwing somebody in, he wouldn't tell me anything about him. So then she comes in, like I go to his house and she's there, and it's somebody that we went to high school with. It's my old boyfriend from high school's younger sister. So I'm like, okay. But again, the whole way it was done, and then from then on, it was the three of us would hang out. I could no longer be alone with my friend. And it was never sexual. He never hit on me. We never had any type of that. So that hurt my feeling. Like, this isn't cool that you do this to me, that you force. And I don't have anything against this female, by the way. I don't. It's just that the way that my friend, forced her on me, and just, we didn't have our own relationship anymore. So I dealt with that, and we used to hang out, like the three of us, and I enjoyed myself. And then it got to where I saw that it was too much drinking for me. Like, it's not my comfort level to drink at that level. So, you know, and then plus I was all upset because, like, see, when it comes to a friendship, you earn that. Like, it takes time to earn a friendship. So me and him, I felt like we had earned that. But me and her and him, like, I didn't know her at that level. That's all. It wasn't anything personal against her. I actually liked her. It was just, I like to have consent about who's my friend. And I like to have a level, you know, of respect and dignity in that. And this friend of mine, this guy friend, he doesn't seem to have that dignity. And I thought, and that really blew my mind, because back in the day when I was a kid, I really thought that he was dignified. So I guess I looked up to him, and he was my safe, big, like, brother, not big. He's my same age. So, this has been like disheartening to see that he's really not as dignified as I thought he was. And he's losing dignity in the way that he treats me and women. Like he's superior and he's bragging about his intellect and all. It's like, it's draining when people have to brag. That, you know what I mean? When you're close to them and that's all they're always doing is having to prove their value and having to like be over you, like above you, because that's not healthy. That's a toxic relationship to me, is where they're always, pointing out that they're superior in some way. What is that? Did you vomit? Oh, my cat. Sometimes she's really been up my butt. Can you give me some space? So lately she's just been really crazy, like in my face. Anyway, I'm starving. I'm making my coffee. I want to continue to talk about this, but I just did a Lyft ride. And I was making my coffee and my breakfast when I got the ride, but I just took it because I like to do Lyft rides without thinking about it. Like while I'm doing other things. I like to distract myself with making money. That's how I make money. When I'm doing other things, it just happens. That seems to be the way money comes to me. So she has a thing with corn on the cob. My kitty she likes to chew at it. Look, I have corn on the cob on the floor, and she is fascinated with it. Don't eat it.